Oh, mate.
One thing I want to know, what kind of reception do you think Alex Neil's going to get?
Hopefully they've had a few Duracells plugged, ready for Saturday. All right, everybody, welcome back to another match preview. We are back. Nice little break that was, wasn't it, mate?
It was indeed. We always enjoy a break every now and again. You do have to tolerate a couple of international games in the process, but after that Coventry game, we needed a rest.
I think that international break came at a perfect time, but hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. This is the match preview for Saturday's game, Sunderland versus Millwall.
And it's another 3 o'clock kickoff.
Well then, now then, the score predictions, no one got it right. I think someone tried to put a little cheeky 3-0 after the game. But
7 days later.
I clocked it though. So the shirt is still up for grabs. Please, somebody predict this one right. I'm begging yous. And obviously you'll get the... Wait, what am I saying? What am I saying?
You get the score prediction, you get the prize.
Oh, there you go. Tell it's been a while.
It's not that odd.
I know. It's been 10 days, mate.
So on this video, which as always is brought to you by Tyne & Weir Garage Doors, obviously we're going to very, very briefly talk about the Coventry game.
Yep.
We're going to obviously discuss the Millwall game and also Sunderland, because we do Sunderland YouTube. As you know, I was there, Paul did a live stream. I said to my now when we got on the bus at 7 in the morning, I said, this will be a mint day. I said, the journey down will be class, the journey back will be mint. I said, the only thing that's going to spoil the day is the football. And I was right. Safe to say, worst performance of the season by far. Worst performance I've seen in a long time. For me, there was only one person who could hold the head up high. Or not high, but hold his head up after that game, and that was Jensen Sealed. And he only came on for the last half an hour.
And he's injured. There you go. So we're going to be struggling. Up step
Joe. Injured? He's not injured again, is he?
Yes, he's injured.
Oh, that's outstanding. I didn't know that.
Up step Joe Anderson. This, you know what? It's the scene is set for him to have a belt again because he refused the loan, tried to get back into the starting lineup, and now it looks like he might play. Maybe.
This week I'm going to go home and clean my boots.
Aye, look,
am I going to call him? Reggie, call me.
But going back to the Coventry game, mate, we were terrible.
It was
terrible.
We were played off the park from start to finish by Coventry. Yes, Coventry's our bogey team, and they always have been for as long as I can remember. We always struggled, especially down there.
Right.
But honestly, it was like we were making it easy for them. They played brilliantly, so I'm not taking it anyway. I know there's a few Cov fans watch us just to give a stick, but I'm not taking anything away from them. They were brilliant, but we made it easy for them. The midfield was giving the ball away constantly. Our passing was shocking. Going forward, we were just flat.
They had the momentum with them. They've been class under Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
And then, do you know, that little slip up what they had with Derby County, they needed to put that right, and they did against us. And I tell you what, Hadji Wright will not have a better game all season long that he did against us. He was outstanding, like.
He was just calm, cool, finished well. So I mean, there's no complaints about it.
No.
We got what we deserved.
Outplayed.
It's the first time we've been pumped like that this season, and hopefully it's the last.
Well, like we said earlier, mate, this international break came at a really good time. That recharged the batteries. A few went off in internationals. Job, outstanding he played, and also Chris Rigg did as well. Also, and Chris Rigg scored.
He did. He scored the winner in his game against Portugal.
Yeah.
Job got an assist against Portugal and had an outstanding game. Also, Trey Hume and Mepham played for their teams, obviously Northern Ireland and Wales.
Mate, did you say Mepham?
Mepham.
They scraped it against Macedonia.
Oh, I definitely did.
Scraped it.
Hume, I was a bit concerned because Hume got pulled out the squad because of injury. However, we've been informed that is likely to play on Saturday. Apparently he's been playing injured for a while. Cirkin obviously got injured against Coventry, so he had to get withdrawn from the England under-21 squad. And Mayenda made his debut for the Spanish under-21s.
He did, mate.
So a few of our players have been away and they've enjoyed good spells with their international teams. Now hopefully they've come back, integrated with the squad again, and we can hit the ground running on Saturday, because I think a massive boost is needed for this final run in this for the rest of the season.
Final push for the playoffs to cement our spot. I think it's more than likely that we are going to get it, but it's not a certainty just yet.
No, definitely not.
Now, with all of our players representing the countries at different levels, also there's been rumours regarding Dan Neil and a possible move to Roma. Have you seen that?
No,
Peter O'Rourke ran this story on social media, on Twitter, and he said that Roma are heavily interested in Dan Neil, and I think maybe West Ham as well. I wasn't not 100% sure, but
Everton
Premier League club after him as well. But I'm not surprised, mate. He's been mint this season.
Oh, he has
He had
been.
a slow start, but then his momentum's been class.
And also the rumours, you'll have all seen it, that apparently Tottenham have already labelled a £38 million bid for Chris Rigg in the summer.
Oh,
I mean, I'll be honest with you, snap their hands off for 38 million.
Got to, mate.
You've got to imagine the investment you could put into the club for that. But at this stage, it is just rumours, and there is other teams, as we all know, heavily linked with Chrissy Rigg and along with a few other role players.
Don't get us wrong, mate. I would love to get promoted ourselves and keep out of the lad and develop them with us.
But I think even if we do get promoted, we're still going to lose a couple of players.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? So, but concentrate on Millwall first.
Now you've got a few Millwall mates, haven't you?
I have indeed. I've got a lot of Millwall fans, and I like Millwall as a club, if I'm honest with you, because they love veterans. And for those of you who remember, the Millwall invited me down, well, not to me personally, Sunderland veterans down to play a couple of games before the Millwall Sunderland game down at their place. I was lucky enough to be part of them, and like I say, the lads who play for the Millwall, they're veterans, all top lads. I've met them a few times when I've been in the AFL tournament with the Royal British Legion. And also, like I've just said, when I went down to Millwall away. So
actually, they've been on our vlog as well.
They've been on our vlog last season.
Sound lads, they were.
And also, what we did down there, where we played against them, we're doing it up here on Saturday. Now, unfortunately, I'll not be playing because I'm at work.
Shame.
However, it'll be upstairs in the Beacon, and I believe it's either 11 till 12 or 12 till 1. So if you're there early and you fancy going up and watching some veterans slog it out from Millwall and Sunderland sides, upstairs in the Beacon in the barn, and go and have a laugh.
Get yourself down then. Now the Millwall, they're consistent at being inconsistent.
You
know what I mean? The win, loss, win, loss, win. The beat Stoke in the last game 1-0.
But they've got a sequence going on at the minute. Won, lost, won, which means on Saturday,
lost.
Hopefully. If you believe in sequences like that, then that's the way it is going. Millwall are 11th in the league. They have this season. They started off pretty poor. They've had a change in management. Alex Naylor's got them flying. We're not flying, but he's got them doing better. If you know what I mean.
They've turned the corner.
They've won 13, drew 12, lost 13.
Right.
They've scored 37 and they've conceded 39, which gives them a goal difference of
-2.
Go on, Paul, lad. Yes, that is correct. So they're not scoring many, but they're not conceding many. They are a hard team to break down.
Yeah, well, their top goal scorer is Ivanovic on 6.
Yeah.
So that, you know, they're not, like you said, they're not scoring many, but mate, they've got some. I like these centre half pairing what they've got because they're no nonsense centre halves. Big Cooper and Tanganga.
Yeah.
Well, you were all top. We didn't know them. We've been a fan of him for canny bit. I'm on this channel.
Well, I wouldn't say a fan.
Oh, I have, like.
But what I would say, he is known as a man giant, even to me. Me stood next to him would look like him stood next to me.
I'm not gonna lie, that is the case. But they're proper centre halves, and you know what we like with set pieces.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. That's what worries me. Sunderland aren't the biggest of teams. No, Jay Cooper is the biggest of men. So set pieces, we need to be careful of his threat, if you will.
His aerial ability. That's the one. You know, with his
with his what?
Biggie.
Yeah. But they've also got a couple of other players, which I'll have to check my notes for.
Yeah, there's plenty few.
They've got, obviously, he's mentioned Ivanovic, Tanganga and Cooper. They've got 5 goals between them. Femi Aziz, he's got 1 goal, but he's got 5 assists.
He just played in the England under-20s with like Chris Rigg, you know what I mean, against Portugal. He's just played in that.
They've also got ex-Borough lad Josh Coburn. He's got 4 goals, but he's only played in 13 games for them. So, you know, and then they've got 2 former Sunderland players in Duncan Watmore, who's got 5 goals and 1 assist, and George Honeyman, who's got 2 goals and 3 assists. However, I believe they might be injured, so Millwall fans, let us know in the comments.
Also, Millwall fans, can you let us know what's happened to the form of Aaron Connolly? I know when he went there, he was like a revelation. What's the word? Revelation.
I don't think he was.
Well,
you've said it a few times.
A few of their fans were saying it. I'm not speaking for all he is. But a few of your fans saying he hit the ground running.
I know he's only scored 1 goal and he missed a penalty. No, 1.
No, he's got 2.
He's got 1.
He's got 2 goals.
He's got 1.
He's got. He's got 2. Let us know how many goals he's got.
He's got 1.
And anyway, he missed the penalty against. Was it Watford?
I can't remember who he missed it against, but he definitely missed a penalty.
He missed a penalty, but I think they got. I can't remember if they won or drew that game.
But if you remember, his only goal for Sunderland came against
Millwall.
Millwall.
It was a cracker, right?
It was like a half volley from outside, from the edge of the box.
It was a good goal. But let us know what's his form been like. form, these are currently, I think, they're better in form than we are at the minute. We're down in 13th. I'm sure them are 7th or 8th for form overall in the last 5 games. We're like...
We've got to hope that, yeah, we had the blip at home against Hull, but that's the only defeat we've had at home this season in the league. So hopefully, like I said, we've had the international break. Yes, we are. I went a bit funny there. We are suffering from a few injuries, but I'm hoping that after the break, Reggie's got them united again and ready to go for Saturday.
Hopefully they've had a few Duracells plugged, ready for Saturday, like you said. Hopefully, mate, because the only way is up from that Coventry game for me. It was, like you said before, it was one of the worst performances we've ever seen at the stadium. Not ever seen, but this season, I mean, it was shocking, like, really bad.
But like I said before, since Alex Neil's come in, he has kind of got them playing better. Like the hard to break down. They don't score many, but they're hard to break down, so they snatch a lot of 1-0s and things like that.
Yep.
One thing I want to know, what kind of reception do you think Alex Neil's going to get? Let us know in the comments. I think he'll get booed like mad and people will be singing songs about him because of the tenacious way that he left us.
Yes, I totally agree
What
with
was
you.
that lad? What was it that lad said?
He's a charlatan.
He's a charlatan.
He was a...
Yes. Reporter from Stoke.
What? Jesus, hell. Oh, mate. I'm going to have to edit this off.
Tell you what, it's a good job I'm a fat lad, otherwise I'd get blown away. Oh, yeah, just crack on, power through.
I could have picked that at all up. I met there was the editor of the Stoke or something, wasn't he?
Yeah,
who
of the Stoke
said he was a charlatan. But nonetheless, we've just got to concentrate on our game. Now the lads have got to, they have to put this right the way they played against Coventry because it was shite, mate. It was absolutely shocking.
Well, like you said it before, the only way is up from the Coventry game in my eyes.
Oh, 100%.
So going on to Sunderland, and he mentioned before, Serkin's injured. Apparently Seed's injured, I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Ballard, we know he's not back yet. I think everybody was thinking that Lefebvre was going to be back, but he's not. He's not going to be back in proper training until Monday.
Another week.
Who else we got?
Who else was injured? Samed, 2 or 3 weeks away. I think 3 weeks.
Ahmad Abdullahi, he's apparently injured again. So we are going to have...
Dropping like flies.
I know, we are going to... We're not struggling to put a team up, but it's going to be... I think there's going to be a few new faces in the starting 11.
It will be. The bench will not be the strongest either, I can imagine. What's the crap with Pavina?
I don't know, but he's on £9 a week, so he needs to sort his shit out.
Also, what's up with Huggins?
Huggins is still out for a while.
I know,
the injury
how far on is it?
I think he's not due back until maybe next season.
Oh, like pre-season, that's what
I think that's what it is. But formation-wise, it's hard to see what he's going to go with because, like I say, we are a bit strapped. Hume will be there, Mepham and O'Neill, but from what I can see, the rest of the defenders, bar Joe Anderson, who hasn't featured at all for Sunderland for the last couple of years, they're the only defenders available. Is he going to go 3 at the back and play wing-backs? Or is he going to put a square peg in a round hole to keep the back 4? I believe he probably will stay with the 5 in midfield.
Right.
But what I would like to see, if he does that, I would like to see Mayenda start on the right. Now, I'm not slagging off Roberts here, by the way, for all you people who are going to berate me in the comments. I've got nothing against Roberts. I just think if we want to go for it, maybe use the pace of Isidore and Mayenda to try and get off to a good start. Because it has worked in the past. Let's see if it'll work again. And then we'll have Mundell on the left, Mayenda on the right, and Isidore up top. So imagine the pace from that forward 3.
All right.
Go focus. Yes, Tanganga and Cooper are big, massive units. But I guarantee none of them are as fast as our forward 3 if that's the ones we go with.
Well, the thing is for me, with Joe and Mo gone with 2 up top, but we had Mayenda just off Isidore, and he was sort of coming in off the wing a little bit.
Yeah.
He looked a threat running at the defence. They looked scared. So I think I agree with you in the sense that I would like to see Roberts on the bench, come off the bench, fit legs, fresh legs. Last 10 minutes.
If you're a tired defender, if you're a bit of a tired defender, and then you've got the trickery of Roberts running at you, you're just thinking, how we mate.
Your legs will be full of it all out, man. It'll be like Bambi on ice.
I mean, if he starts Roberts, I've got no problem with that.
No,
I'm just thinking that this is possibly what I would do if I had the choice. You know what I mean?
To be brutally honest, mate, I think someone needs another chance now because his end product. Listen, how many goals he scored. Yes, his goal contributions is alright, but we need more from him in the final third. So I think someone should have an opportunity to see if they can chip in with more goals. Now, I spoke to Tony Watson the other night.
Friend!
I said, are you fit? Are you ready to go on? And he said, obviously he's just came back from the injury, and he says, I'm ready for Saturday. Hopefully, I said, are you going to get minutes? He went, hopefully. He's quite optimistic that he will be getting some minutes tomorrow. Saturday, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's another option. You could even try him out on the right
And
rather
then-
than Meander.
And then
Meander
with
up top,
the midfield three.
Rundle on the left.
If he goes with the 5, we've got Rig, Neil, Job, and Brown.
Yep.
So any 3 of them starting, I'm happy with. I think one thing's for clear, Isidor's going to be up top.
All right. Right,
think
you
so.
think?
I think so.
He's been on the bench
But then
quite
again,
a few games.
if he starts, because he was resting him or something, wasn't he?
Aye.
I don't we'll have to wait and see. Like I say, you've seen, for those of you who watch us all the time, you know we always get the team selection part massively wrong.
We didn't have a clue what we're talking about.
Why would this be any different?
But we just like to see what team we would like to see. Like I say, there's an opportunity for somebody in Robert's position because his end product isn't the best. I would like to see either Meander or Watson there. Mundell obviously on the other side. But I tell you what, obviously the week after, Enzo's got to walk into this team for me. I'd love to see him linking up. Like sort of a free roll, you know, like what Ahmad used to do when he used to drift from side to side.
Well, if you've got someone
I'd
like
love
him
to
at your
see that.
disposal, even if he's been out for a few games, if you've got someone like him at your disposal, you use him.
Definitely. Well, you've got him when he's on 67 grand a week.
And he's only on loan.
I know.
We only get to keep him if we win, so you know what I mean? So if we get promoted, I mean.
One thing what I'd like as well, comment below what do you think should be done with the situation is regarding the away fans. I know we mention this practically all the time, but for some reason it's building up a little bit of momentum this season because of how flat indeed the atmosphere is in there. Now, obviously it's a 3 o'clock kickoff, so people have been on the saws, plenty of noise. Just, you know, what can you do about it really? Because it is made at times very quiet in there.
I mean, I remember going. I mean, I've been going to the stadium since it opened, and
Right.
when the away fans were down the bottom with the rest of the fans,
Oh, it was
the atmosphere
mint.
was jumping, it was
It was
bouncing,
mint.
and ever since they moved them up the top, it's. I mean, there's nobody next to the away fans.
No.
There's nobody. There's a massive gap.
There is, aye.
And I'm like, the atmosphere would be absolutely bouncing if they brought them back down. In my eyes, and we've mentioned this loads of times before. I'd stick them at the bottom, the south side of the east stand, so they're like looking at the side of the pitch.
Now then, mate, I know you're going to get really angry with this, and I know I'm on the same side as you, yeah. But I heard on the radio the other night, when they were talking about the atmosphere, they were talking about introducing a drum into the stadium.
Oh no! I mean, I was a drummer in the army, and no, absolutely not.
No.
No.
But just look what was all of us sang when we went to Derby, mate.
I know.
It's not
Take your
happening.
drum and
Do one.
do one.
No.
Basically, no.
Were you not that
We're
type of
bringing
drum?
in a
We
Nah,
didn't
not a
need it.
chance.
were
I'd
we?
rather have an American with a megaphone shouting "Fight and win."
Aye. They'll bring more of an atmosphere. Fresh
No.
yield now to score with that one. But
So
aye,
will
something
old
needs
mate
to
Mark from
Oh.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Aye, Cleveland,
You know what I
Ohio,
mean?
Jesus.
But look, we'll be there on Saturday. I'm at
Aye.
work first, but I'll be coming straight to the game afterwards.
Are you not gone for a...
I don't think I'm allowed. I don't think the wife's letting us.
Nah.
But no, like I say, we'll be going to the match. If you see us, come and say hello.
Aye.
You want to get on the video, get on the video. But I suppose now there's only things left is, oh no,
Whoa.
well, what have I missed?
No, you've not missed out. I
All
just
right.
thought I'd mention this one as well. If you haven't, go and check out Tying Away Your Garages on Facebook.
Tying away garage doors.
Yep, that's the one. It's been a long time off. I've enjoyed it. I will get back into the swing of it in the next couple of videos.
By the time the season finishes. You know what I mean? But anyway, score predictions.
Oh, shit, we haven't even done that.
I know.
You was about to close it.
Crap him. No, it wasn't. I was
Oh,
going
right.
on to the score predictions. Honest to God.
Well, then,
How am I supposed to soar like an eagle when I'm working with pigeons? You know what I mean? Right, I'll go first. Score predictions, right? I've had my score prediction in my mind for a
Right.
few days, but this was when I thought the Fae was playing.
Ah, right.
So,
No.
because that's what I've been thinking, and you're going to laugh, but I'm sticking with it. I'm going to say Sunderland 3-0.
3-0, not
I'm
your 3-1.
I'm going 3-0.
Well-
Because we've had a dodgy few games. Coventry, we've got a big reaction to be had.
Oh,
They've had 2
100%.
weeks of being hopefully bollocked in French by Reggie.
Bonjour.
No, well, I don't think he'll have been saying that. Shit! But I'm saying 3-0.
Right. The thing is with me, I know how much of a threat Duncan Watmore can be. That's if he's fit. We're obviously not out with the pace he's
Oh,
got.
but you see that he scored 5 goals this season, mate, but he had 4 of them in the first month.
Aye, true, but
know what I mean?
I know what.
By the way, Luke 09, I know you're watching. Duncan Watmore used to be the nicest bloke at the club. Now it's you.
Aye. Why? Welsh was a very nice person. Isidore as well. He's a laugh.
And Honeyman
I
as
like
well.
him. I like him. But regardless, let's get back to it. I still feel as if with our defence, sort of like we were talking about earlier, square pegs in round holes, players out injured left, right and centre. I think we might concede, but I'm going to go for a Sunderland We need a massive response to Millwall 1. We need a massive response from that Coventry game because it was shocking. So I'm going to go 2-1.
Well, we need a win.
With D.
We need a win, and that's pretty much it, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it probably is, mate. Probably missed something, but
Probably
you know, we've had a long break.
So if you're still watching at this point, thank you for putting up with us waffling shite for the last 15-20 minutes. But we'll see you on Saturday.
All right, hit the thumbs up.
And subscribe if you're new. And with the lads!